One day, my mom and I were sitting in her office looking at a magazine called Human Society News. We read a very sad story about a New Jersey police dog named Solo that had been sent into a building to catch an armed suspect. The last thing Solo did before entering the building was to lick his owner's face. A few minutes later, Solo was shot and killed in the line of duty. I knew how sad that officer must have felt because my own dog Kela had recently died. I felt like my world had ended. When I lost Kela, she had been my best friend since I could remember. The article went on to tell about a fundraiser that was going on in New Jersey to help buy bulletproof vests for the police dogs there. I thought every police dog should be protected just like the police. I may be a kid, but why can't I do a fundraiser to help save the dogs in our area? Then I found out that a bulletproof vest for a police dog cost $475. My mom thought it was a lot of money for an 11-year-old girl to raise, but she told me to go ahead and try anyway. We called our local Oceanside Police Department and found out that their dogs needed bulletproof vests. At that point, I realized that I needed a name for the fundraiser and thought since I was trying to protect just one dog, like I would call my program Vest a Dog. I decided that to I decided that pet store would be really good places to go with donation boxes. I used little green Chinese takeout boxes decorated with a picture of Tiku and dog I choose to vest and me. I wrote on each box help protect the life of a police dog by donating $1. Um, One afternoon, after all the boxes had been distributed throughout our community, I got a call from a local newspaper reporter who had seen one of my flyers. I reported the reporter decided to do an article about Wester Dog that ought to spread the word. I thought I asked Canine Officer Jim Ball, who is Tiku's partner, if they would have their pictures taken with me for the article, and they did. And I became so happy. After the article came out, I waited for a few days before checking to see if there were any donations. I was really nervous when I finally went to collect the money. Would there be anything in the boxes? I wondered. I really wasn't sure that I could raise enough to buy the vest. I kept checking back to collect the donations every few days. After about 3 weeks, I counted the money from all of the boxes. It totaled over $3,000. I was so excited and totally amazed at at the amount of money that I had raised. Not only was there enough money to buy Tico's vest, but West, a dog, had raised enough to buy a vest for the other five unprotected dogs on the Oceanside Police Department. I couldn't believe it. Once I learned that these were not just police dogs, but also the officer's family pet. Again, I thought of my dog Kela and also about Solo. Um, and and I forgot to tell you that they just arranged a ceremony. Once I began presenting the vest at the ceremony, I kept seeing television reporters came in and set up cameras. I never expected to see so many news stations there. I was excited to talk with them about what I was doing. And they asked me questions like like where we lived. I replied yes. Where we I was going to continue my West a dog program or not. I replied yes, we need to protect these dogs because they protect us every day. Look back, the success of Western Dog totally surprised me at first. Then I realized that it wasn't unusual, that a lot of other people felt the same way I did about this dog. They just didn't know how to help before Western Dog got started. Then one day after school, my mom told me that the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals wanted to honor me for the work that I had done to protect police dogs. They invited my mom and me to New York so that I could receive an award and a check for $5,000 that vested another 10 dogs. I'm so proud and happy that the money I have raised is all going to the dogs. I'm still amazed that I have vested so many dogs when I really wasn't sure if I could vest even one. I learned that if you just keep going, you can accomplish anything. Don't think that just because you are a kid that you can't make a difference. Even if you think something is impossible, it can be done. That's all I have to say. Tell me about your views about this story. Well, it is not mine. It is written by Thomas Edison. The story name is Going to the Dogs. Thanks, buddy. Bye bye. See you later.